house guests. It's your girl Raqfamousstar. One last time for season 18. Oh my gosh. This episode, I already knew going in. I was like, all right, I didn't know much going in. I did, someone did tell me that Paul won the first part, but I was like, you know what? You never know until you see it on the air, so I really was trying not to like give it away for myself, and plus, I I was busy, so I don't know. All right, so once again, you caught the hashtag book first. I love it. I think it's just so funny. Um, and sad that we're going the last time we're going to see it. I think I am going to watch the CBS All Access on the Big Brother Over the Top. Um, yeah, I think I will. I just don't. I haven't gotten a clear like how much it's going to cost per month. Because I'll probably only keep it for that 2 months or whatever. Because I'm not. I don't know. I don't think I'll need to watch it. Or watch other shows besides the Big Brother. All right. So. Oh, I was like, what? Oh. So they left off with the start of the kitty cat comp. I thought it was so cute how they were just running around. I don't know. It was cute. They had to run around to the different endurance competitions. But it ended up being that, not my predictions, but my I guess hints were true that Paul won the first part of the HOH competition because they were on this wall. They were holding on to this, curtain cord or whatever it was, and the wall was like at a full tilt. Like it was like they were Michael Jackson. And Nicole fell off first, and James fell off like right afterwards. So Paul won. Part two was called Snapshot, I think. And they had three clues. And the three clues were never have not, one exactly, one veto, and evicted with 5 votes. And they had to put the people that fit those criteria into a go-kart or a race roller coaster. And they had to push it down the track and then take a picture right when it was in the photo zone. And the race car, the people, they're in the race car, and these 2 yellow lines have to be within the frame. And so James's time was 1906, and they must have cut out a lot of his walking back and forth because it seemed like it was relatively close. He must have walked or lay down or something. Because Nicole's time was 7:24. I don't know. I'm just like, what? Did you walk? So at this point, so Nicole won part 2. At this point, they're both thinking they can beat James, and I'm thinking they're right. Because James hasn't done anything. He really hasn't. Anytime he was really in power, he wanted to do what the house wanted rather than make a decision for himself. Or make a decision that was for his game rather than like what the house wanted. The jury with Dr. Will, they did a little check-in with them when they're, in the couches or the chairs. I just roll my eyes at Paul and Zakiya now because they were sitting on the same goddamn couch. And I was just like, God, could you guys be any more pathetic? Like, Zakiya, grow a pair, So Corey walks in and he tells the story. He's the 8th jury member. And he tells the story of his eviction. And Devon was, of course, rolling her eyes and throwing so much shade. It was great. They talked about the strengths and weaknesses of the remaining 3 house guests. Michelle ended up crying. She ended up crying when they talked about Nicole because she does not like Nicole. Her and Nicole are not friends. And Corey was because Corey was really building her case, and it's like, they already knew Michelle was defensive about it, and Corey was like, what, and he had this like look on his face that was really like a little condescending. Um, I'm not saying like cater to Michelle's needs, because when Michelle started crying, I rolled my eyes so hard for so long. I was like, girl, get it together. So I'm not saying cater to Michelle, because I would have let her cry. But the fact that I felt like the way he was looking at her was kind of condescending. Are, differ, if you will, like, but that's just my opinion. So they talked about BB Over the Top, the new season. It's not BB19. It's like BB18B. I don't know. But I don't know if they will. I guess we'll see next summer if they make this BB19, because BB19 or BB20. Because I remember when they had a fall season like not a few years ago. It was like 8 years ago. Maybe not. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know when it was. It was like 14 or something like that. When they had a fall season, it had a number. But so for this fall season, I guess it sounds like it's just going to be past house guests. Sounds like they have everybody but the last person, and there's a vote between Jose and Jason. And I love Jason. I hope Jason gets in. I hope Jose rubbed everyone the wrong way. They don't want to deal with that. I do not. I don't think he's good TV. I think he will still go out first or second. It sucks that he, played the game he did, because I'm pretty sure, he went out basically first. Glenn doesn't really count because he wasn't voted out. But I don't know. I'm hoping Jason will go back in. I don't know if I'm going to vote this week, because I think I'm going to start my. I was just thinking about this right now. I think I'm going to start my week trial. I wish it was like 2 weeks, but I think I'm going to start my week trial on the 28th, to hopefully stretch it as far as I can, before I have to start paying. I don't know. That might be not a good strategy, but whatever. So the final HOH was called Scales of Just Us, and it was one of those where the jury member said a statement, and then Julie would give them an option of how it ended, and it ended up being like a 4-3 win. I don't know, points for Paul, and Paul won the final HOH. So at this point, where's my water? At this point, I was just like, oh yeah, Nicole's going. Like, I just knew. I just was like, James is the obvious choice. Like, I'm sorry, everyone's probably going to tell him this. Paul, I hope when you watch this, you see this as well. You would have won against James. And I understand, James proved himself to you. You could have used that in your speech. He had an awesome speech. And he had an awesome speech after the fact. But Paul ended up evicting James. And I was just like, what? Am I being punked? Like, I thought because the speech that he was giving was like really towards James, and I thought he was gonna say, and I have to evict Nicole, So I thought he was gonna do that, and he didn't. And James went home. Well, not home, but out the door. I was shocked. I was literally texting my coworker like, I have no words. I'm shocked. So Paul and Nicole, final two. I just knew this was going to be tight, because like, I don't think he really thought about the guaranteed votes, because Corey and Polly were guaranteed going to vote for Nicole. Now, granted, you have people like Meech and Victor were going to guarantee vote for Paul. but they cancel each other out. So it's everyone like Zakia, Natalie, Bridget, um, Davon. You have to think about them. But then you have to think about, three of those people are probably going to make their own mind, or four. But Zakia is not. She's not. She's going to do what Polly does. Polly and Zakia are a package deal. When has she ever voted against Polly? I'll wait. She might have one, might have, but she does whatever he does. Zakia went with whatever everybody else went with anyway because she has no mind. I mean, obviously she's back in bed with the devil, so I want to call him the devil, but you know what I mean. I'm trying to make an analogy. So Paul and Nicole received questions from the jury, and I felt like their responses were like equally shitty. Paul's answers were like slightly less shitty, but both of their answers to their questions were just like, But I think the jury also went into this knowing damn well who they were going to vote for and still asked these like lopsided questions. You know what I'm saying? Like Natalie's vote or question was like, I forgot what it was, but it was just like, what? Obviously, you're not digging Paul, or I don't know. I feel like James's question should have been, what the fuck? That's what I was thinking when he was like, well, my question is for Paul. I was like, oh, here it comes. I mean, his question was for Paul, and it was like, I forgot. It was just so much going on, and I just was trying to think of who would probably vote for who. I should have guessed and seen if I was right, but I was really hoping for a lot of votes. I was hoping for like a 7-2 vote for Paul, but I just knew it was going to be close. So, and I was thinking about this. I was thinking about how we've been watching this show for months. They've been in the house battling for months, right? All this stuff happens months and months and months. Not months and months and months, but 3 months. And then so much shit happens in the last 20 minutes. Like the questions, the votes, the reveal of the votes, the percent, like it's just so much build up to this moment. Paul's speech was everything. Like it was the greatest speech, not ever, but a very, very good speech. I feel like if he would have had James sit next to him and used the whole I evicted Nicole, line, that would have been the icing on the cake. He probably would have won with like a 6-3 or 7-2 vote. I think the only people that would have voted for James are Natalie and I don't even know. I don't even know who would have else voted for James. Like maybe I can't even think of a person I would vote for James. It would have been 7-2 or 8-1 James. But Nicole's speech was okay. I just don't like Nicole. I I guess I like her game. I liked her gameplay. No, I didn't. No, I didn't really like her gameplay. I don't know. I can't even lie. So the eviction votes fell like this. Long story short, it was a 5-4 vote for Nicole. And look on my paper. I wrote winner all big because I was gonna write Paul's name all big. Look at the emoji I wrote next to it. I was literally my heart was pounding as the keys are being drawn. I'm sorry. I sound like I'm like stuffed in my nose. Okay. I was just like, oh my god. So Nicole won. But you can't expect it. The people that voted for Nicole, Corey, Natalie, I was shocked. Paulie voted for Nicole, of course, because he was working with them. Zakia, like Paulie's second vote. And Davon. I was surprised with Davon because even though for the past few weeks, she has been saying stuff about, like, I can't believe I'm voting, I'm building the case for Nicole. I think if maybe Paul was a little nicer, not nicer, but more aware and socially sympathetic to people, then he perhaps would have received another vote. I don't know. But the only positive of this whole night, well, not the only, but at least we didn't end on like some bum ass person winning America's Favorite House Guest. Your boy, not your boy, but your boy's boy won America's Favorite Player, Victor. I was so happy. But today I was thinking, I was like, oh, I have plenty of time to vote for America's Favorite Player. It's on Friday. And I don't know what I was thinking. I knew today was Wednesday. I knew tonight was the finale. I don't know what I was thinking. But so your boy won. Let me know if you guys want me to cover BB Over the Top. I think I'm gonna watch it. You know what? I'm gonna cover it anyway. Hopefully you guys watch it. It's been real. Signing off for like a week is Raqfamousstar. Thanks for watching and you're welcome. Bye.